Hey y'all, it's Nay. Welcome back to my channel. So, y'all already see from the title, this message is about how someone can be, the type where they're not easy to love. Um, so yeah, the title of this video is You're Not Easy to Love. So, I want everyone to, whoever is listening here, to just take a second and think about, you know, your love language, and do you express your love language? Are you verbal or vocal when it comes to how you want to be loved, how you expect to be loved? A lot of people, right, in relationships, they will have like these high expectations, and sometimes they don't make these expectations clear, right, to a partner. Or you might be in a relationship with someone and they do have very big high expectations. It feels like it's hard for you to satisfy this person. You ever been in a relationship with someone and it feels like they have an attitude with you all the time, or they just isn't happy with their financial status or just their status in general, so they have an attitude with you? Or you ever dealt with someone and they're going through something really challenging in their life, and now you get in a different side of them? Okay, this now they're like becoming more rude and cutthroat, and a lot of people use that they're going through something, right, a loss or whatever, as an excuse to be disrespectful or be rude or talk to people any type of way. And it's like, bro, you're not easy to love. You're not being understanding right now. You're not making sense. And I'm not justifying why people step out, but sometimes people step out on their relationships or marriages. I mean, I don't see why anyone should step out on a marriage at all. You made that commitment, but I could see why people would step out on a marriage if their partner becomes someone that's not easy to love. When you're doing something for someone and they never seem to appreciate it, they never seem grateful for what you're doing. All right, when you're trying to plan things that you think that you both will enjoy, and they still have like attitude problems and you just can't figure it out. When you're trying to start something to tap into yourself and learn yourself, and you're doing a different career path, and maybe your partner is like not having it, just not supportive with what you want to do or who you want to be, you know. And it's like these are the partners that always feel some type of way or have something to say when their partners bring up these issues, or if their partner have something to say about the relationship, how maybe they're not happy. Like, how can someone be happy and they're trying so hard to make you happy, and you ain't nothing making you happy, so now they ain't happy? There's a lot of folks who make it hard to love them, and then they got an attitude, or they feel some type of way that nobody wants to love them, or they going through the type of relationships and situations that they going through. Is you're hard to love. Just because you went through something or you're going through something, that doesn't give you an excuse to be a bitch. That doesn't give anyone an excuse to be a bitch. I don't care what you're going through. You don't become a bitch because you're going through something. And if you feel like you're turning into a bitch, then it's up to you to let everybody know so we can get the fuck up out your space. But it's folks out here who's walking around like they just the perfect boyfriends or perfect girlfriends, perfect husbands and perfect wives, and you so hard to love. There's no compromising with you. There's no understanding with you. People think that you're understanding them, and then it's like it go out your ear, and then now you back arguing or talking about the same shit. There's no forgiveness with you. You say you forgive someone, and then you still holding on to it years in. How can someone love you? How can someone, be there for you and support you if you still have resentment in your heart against that person? How? How can someone love you and be there for you if you have unrealistic dreams and goals when it comes to a relationship or appearance? How can your shorty love you when you're fantasizing about women that don't look like her, that's not shaped like her? How? Like, I ask myself this all the time. I be like, am I even someone that's easy to love? Because I don't want to be out here saying that I want a love and I want someone to understand me and someone to be with me, and I'm out here hard as fuck to love. But I came to the conclusion I'm actually not that hard to love, me personally. And that's why I ended up dealing with folks that I ended up dealing with. Okay, because it don't take much for me to really love someone, especially this day and age when you seeing someone that is understanding, someone that is kind, generous. Oh, that's a green flag. My eyes are already looking at you when you start to show those characteristics. It's simple things for me. You care about my feelings. You're a listener. You want to get to know me. You want to know about my life. All right. You want to help me to get to where I want to get to in life. You're supportive. Listen, it don't take much. It don't take much. I ain't that hard to love. But there's some folks out here that's very unrealistic. Very unrealistic. And holding things against you. You got some exes out that's your ex right now that's going around probably talking about you and how you was in a relationship. Whole time, they was not easy to love. Whole time, you was trying your hardest to love that person and be there for that person. You was trying so hard to be there for this person. Some people are not easy to love. They're not. Then you got folks who don't really want to get to know you, right? Then you got the folks who think that their love language is your love language. And they're loving you in ways that you don't care to be loved. This is why it's important to learn your partner's love language, because just because you like acts of service, your partner might just want you to lift them up with words of affirmation and tell them that they can do it and they can achieve it and to have a great day, to ace this and do good at that. What if that's just what your partner needs or likes to hear from you, to know that you really care, or just like to hear from people in general, just to, lift their spirit up. So you got some folks who are not easy to love, and then you got the folks who don't want to love you in the proper way that you desire to be loved. They want to love you in their way, and they feel like they've done what they were supposed to be doing because they loved you in their way. They feel like, well, if I was the other person, I would have loved what I was doing. Yeah, because that's your love language. You loved me and your love language instead of getting to know my love language. That's another big one right there. Folks thinking that they really doing something, they really satisfying you, and they really not tending to your needs or your wants. That be deep right there, because I see folks do that all the time. And they was like, oh, well, I was doing this and this and this for her. Well, did you make sure that that's what she wanted? Have you ever asked her if that's what she wanted? Have you ever asked her if she actually liked that you were doing that for her? Or did you just assume? Have you ever asked if she was happy, or did you just assume that she was just happy? And it go vice versa with the women and the men. We both can be victims to this, both genders. It's not good, though, because everybody's different. And because of what we all have been through, the different trauma and stuff in our lives, you have to love people the way that they need to be loved. Yes, you can introduce different ways and, get them to understand that or whatever. Bring in different love languages and see if they like that. But you really need to focus on the one that you see that they're responding greatly to. So whichever language you see that your partner is really responding to, like they love it, right? That's the language that you're supposed to do more of. You don't do more of the language that works for you when you trying to figure someone else out or satisfy someone else or make someone else smile. It's about them. If you truly trying to make something work, But this message is really going to be about how people is not easy to love, and they be the main ones that have so much to say. Like, you have an ex out here right now that's probably, talking shit about you and how they was doing this and this and this. And the whole time they was doing things that you probably, that wasn't even your love language, or I don't know. It's just folks just have so much going on and they don't even realize. And you trying so hard to be there and love and understand a person, because too, people be having so much going on, just period. And it's like two people coming into one life together. So it's like you trying to figure out their life and understand them. And they supposed to be trying to understand you so y'all could come together. And it just be that's already a lot. So imagine you trying to deal with someone and it's like you not really getting to this person, or you're not really getting to no type of understanding. It's like some people really are bitchy, Some people really just are never satisfied. Some people expectations are just through the roof. Okay, they expect you to do a certain way and they don't do shit, or they, it's just some people expectations is based on social media. Like, shit just don't even be making sense. And this is why they be so hard to love. Some people are hard to love because they're so fearful. Whenever it's time to take a risk, they scared. Y'all need to put money down for a house. Oh, they scared. Y'all need to put money down for this. Oh, they scared. They always scared to spend money. Scared to take a risk. Scared to do anything different, out of the norm. And walk around like they just so fucking perfect. Like, no, you hard to love. I can't just give you this, and this, and from the bottom of my heart, and you be happy and grateful for it. No, you gonna talk shit. This the best you could do? Like, it's really not funny, but it'd be crazy how folks be moving out here. Like, you're not understanding at all. And you got the nerve to be talking hella shit like, girl, I'm trying to love you, but I can't. You are hard to love. Like, I know somebody know exactly what I'm talking about, because God had me talking about this for a reason. So this is probably significant for somebody. And if it is, take it back to the Father and see how it fits or applies to your life. But yeah, I'll catch y'all in my next video. Bye.